Okay, thank you, Mataji. So we are in third canto, 15th chapter, 26th sloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangum Lange Dekirim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Guru Dina Dharanam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashati Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Third canto, 15th chapter, sloka number 26. Tad Vishwaguru Adhikritam Bhuvanaika Vandyam Divyam Vichitra Vibhutagriya Vimana Shochi Apuparam Mudham Upurvam Upetya Yoga Maya Balena Munayas Tad Ado Vaikuntam. Okay, so yes, Sarita Mataji, you can repeat after me, synonyms. Tat, yes.
Then,
Vishwaguru, by the teacher of the universe.
Vishwaguru, by the teacher of the universe.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Adhikritam, predominated.
Adhikritam, predominated.
Bhuvana, of the planets.
Bhuvana, of the planets.
Eka, alone.
Eka, alone.
Vandyam, worthy to be worshipped.
Vandyam, worthy to be worshipped.
Divyam, spiritual.
Divyam, spiritual.
Vichitra, highly decorated.
Vichitra, highly decorated.
Vibhuda Agriya, of the devotees who are the best of the learned.
Vibhuda Agriya, of the devotees who are the best of the learned.
Vimana, of the airplanes.
Vimana, of the airplanes.
Shoji, illuminated.
Shoji, illuminated.
Apu, attained.
Apu, attained.
Param, the highest.
Param, the highest.
Mudam, happiness.
Mudam, happiness.
Apurvam, unprecedented.
Apurvam, unprecedented.
Upetya, having attained.
Upetya, having attained.
Yogamaya, by spiritual potency.
Yogamaya, by spiritual potency.
Balena, by the influence.
Balena, by the influence.
Munayaha, the sages.
Munayaha, the sages.
Tad Vaikunta.
Tad Vaikunta.
Atho, that.
Atho, that.
Vikuntam, Vishnu.
Vikuntam, Vishnu.
Translation. Thus the great sages Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana and Sanat Kumaras, upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikunta in the spiritual world by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found that the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes piloted by the best devotees of Vaikunta and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus the great sages Sanaka,
Sanaka,
Sanatana,
Sanatana,
Sanandana and Sanat Kumara,
Sanandana and Sanat Kumara,
upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikunta, in the spiritual world, by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found that the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes piloted by the best devotees of Vaikunta and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, Supreme Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by Sri A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is one without a second. He is above everyone. No one is equal to him, nor is anyone greater than him. Therefore, he is described here as Vishwaguru. He is the prime living entity of the entire material and spiritual creation and is Bhuvanaika Vandyam, the only worshipable personality in the three worlds. The airplanes in the spiritual sky are self-illuminated and are piloted by great devotees of the Lord. In other words, in the Vaikuntha planets, there is no scarcity of the things which are available in the material world. They are available, but they are more valuable because they are spiritual and therefore eternal and blissful. The sages felt an unprecedented happiness because Vaikuntha was not predominated by ordinary man. The Vaikuntha planets are predominated by expansions of Krishna, who are differently named as Madhusudana, Madhava, Narayana, Pradyumna, etc. These transcendental planets are worshipable because the personality of Godhead personally rules them. It is said here that the sages reach the transcendental spiritual sky by dint of their mystic power. That is the perfection of the yoga system. The breathing exercises and disciplines to keep health in proper order are not the ultimate goals of yoga perfection. The yoga system, as generally understood, is Ashtanga Yoga or Siddhi, eightfold perfection in yoga. By dint of perfection in yoga, one can become lighter than the lightest and heavier than the heaviest. One can go wherever he likes and can achieve opulences as he likes. There are 8 such perfections. The rishis, the 4 Kumaras, reached Vaikuntha by becoming lighter than the lightest and thus passing over the space of the material world. Modern mechanical space vehicles are unsuccessful because they cannot go to the highest region of this material creation and they certainly cannot enter the spiritual sky. But by perfection of the yoga system, one not only can travel through material space, but can surpass material space and enter the spiritual sky. We learn this fact also from an incident concerning Durvasa Muni and Maharaja Ambarisha. It is understood that in 1 year, Durvasa Muni traveled everywhere and went into spiritual sky to meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. By present standards, scientists calculate that if one could travel at the speed of light, it would take 40,000 years to reach the highest planet of this material world. But the yoga system can carry one without limitation or difficulty. The word Yogamaya is used in this verse. Yogamaya Balena Vikuntham. The transcendental happiness exhibited in the spiritual world and all other spiritual manifestations there are made possible by the influence of Yogamaya, the internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Madhuri. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshunimidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Tad Vishwaguru Adhikritam Bhuvanayika Vandyam Divyam Vichitra Vibhutagriya Vimana Shoji Apuparam Mutham Apurvamupetya Yoga Maya Balena Munayas Tad Adho Vikuntam. Again, the explanation of Vaikuntha planet is continued. Thus, the great sages Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara, the 4 Kumaras, upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikuntha in the spiritual world, by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found that the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes, piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuntha, and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. So, the 4 Kumaras, the sons of Brahma, they went to the Vaikuntha planet and they got unprecedented happiness. So this is what we all are looking for, some unconditional happiness. Brahma, to even an ant in this material world, all the creations, everyone, even animals are looking for some happiness, what to eat, how to live in a nice sense gratification way. But human beings are also behind happiness. Everyone wants happiness in this world. But yesterday I was telling about how the celebrities, they have everything material, still they commit suicide. Why? Because they don't get the real happiness that's coming from the soul. So the real happiness comes only when you start associating with Shuddha Sattvagun, with Krishna, with his planets. So when you go to Vrindavan, that's not a material place. Vrindavan, all the dham is similar to the Lord. Are Aradya Bhagavan Brajendra Tanaya Tad Dhama Vrindavanam. So how you worship Brajendra Tanaya, that's Krishna, Brajendra and Krishna. Similarly, you have to worship the Vrindavan Dham. Dham is not different from the Lord. Okay, so here when the four Kumaras went to Vaikunta, they could get unprecedented happiness. No, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pradipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. That's what even when you associate with the holy name, you get the same thing. In Shishtastakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the happiness, it goes on increasing and it's eternal. All of you would have experienced, right? Why are you not giving up chanting? Why are you chanting every day? Because you're getting that taste, that ruji, that happiness, which no money can pay for it. No? So that happiness is available only in Vaikunta, where there's no anxiety. And they also found, we've been explaining that there's been airplanes around and the best devotees were riding it. And who was there? Mainly the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is there in the abode. So when you go get liberated and go to the spiritual world, there's no Paramatma feature in your heart. I mean, you get a spiritual body and there's no Paramatma in your heart. Why? Because you're seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. In Vaikunta, the Lord is in the four-handed form with a lot of opulence. Go to Golok Vrindavan, there also Krishna in the two-handed Shyam Sundar form is face to face with you. You talk to him, you associate with him. And why do you want the Paramatma feature? That's the lower aspect, right? Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So the Bhagavan Swayam is there. So why do you want his representative? So there. So that's why in the supreme world, all the Vaikunta planets, the Lord is there. And therefore, and no one is equal to him or no one is greater than him. We've learned this in the 7th chapter, 7th sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Matta paradaram naniyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamitam protam sutre manigana iva. Matta paradaram nan anyat. There's no one superior to the Supreme Lord. Means what? So sometimes we get confused. Superior means, yes, he is the Supreme. What else? It means no one is equal to him and no one is greater than him. I'll take the questions towards the end, Govinda Yadav, Prabhu. Sarita Mataji, my voice is clear? Right? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Anything, please let me know. Okay, so I'll take the questions towards the end. So no one is equal to him, no one is equal to Krishna, and no one is greater than him. Means what? That's a supreme power. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Parama, right? He is the supreme controller. And Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Anatir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna, Govinda is the supreme. No one is above him, no one is equal to him or greater to him. So this is the this position of the Supreme Lord, right? So that's very important to understand, and that the Lord is the supreme in the Vaikunta planets. Not only in Vaikunta planets, even in material world, the Lord is supreme. But his Maya Shakti is also potent because that's his Maya. No, so here he's called Vishwa Guru, and no one is equal to or greater than him. Okay, and he's the prime living entity in the material and spiritual creation. Okay? Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo makta sarvam pravartate. So that means both material and spiritual creation, he is the worshipable personality in all the three worlds. Worshipable personality in all the three worlds. That means upper, middle, and lower planetary system. Upper planetary system are the Swargalok and all that. Then middle is the earth. Then lower planetary system, the hellish planets. All of them, they worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All of them are devotees. All the demigods are devotees. Everyone is worshipping Govinda, Adi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. Everyone is meditating on the Lord, right? Because he's the supreme controller. And then, so there is no atheist, there's no Mayavadis, nobody in Vaikunta planets, because only pure devotees can enter there, right? Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Krishna didn't say yoga, Ashtanga yoga, or Jnana yoga, Dhyana yoga. No, bhakti yoga. So here the different yoga process, especially the Ashtanga yoga, is mentioned, right? And also it is said that in Vaikunta planets, the predominated, it's expansion of Krishna, okay, in different form. You can see the Lord in different form. The expansions are there as Madhusudana, Madhava, Narayan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, Vasudeva. All these expansions of the Lords are available there. And it's only in Golok Vrindavan the 200 Shyam Sundar form is there. So here about Ashtanga Yoga. So what is the goal of the yoga practice or the Ashtanga Yoga? The Siddhis are the eightfold perfection in yoga. Okay, that let's discuss on that. So we on the 6th chapter we learn about the Ashtanga Yoga. The 8 limbs of Ashta means 8, and Anga is the limbs. So there are 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, which is Yama, Niyama, right? Asana. Then you have Pranayam, Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So yama is lot of abstinence. Like when you go for the Ashtanga yoga practice, so you know the yoga ladder, that's karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, then bhakti yoga is the highest. But because why? Krishna says yoginam abhi sarvesham madgadenantaratmana. Out of all the yogis who do devotional service, or bhakti yogi is the best. Others, everything is difficult. Klesho adhikataras tesham avyakta sakta chedasa. It's very difficult to go to reach perfection through all these in Kali Yuga. But yes, there are people who do this Ashtanga yoga. It's not wrong. You can do it. But are you reaching the perfection in one life? That is important. So yama is abstinence. They say you that you should not eat this, you should not eat this. When you go for a yoga practice, when you start learning for the yoga practice, they say that what are the rules to be followed. Then there is niyama, observances, like you have to observe so many things. You're not supposed to eat immediately and then go for yoga practice. You need to eat 2-3 hours before going to the yoga, so that you do a lot of asanas, it doesn't vomit. And asana, that's posture. You're not supposed to sit, and Prabhupada explains how you should sit erect with your eyes closed. If you close the eyes, you fall asleep. So you should be concentrating on the nose and tip of the nose, and should be erect and fold legs. Know how you sit. But not everyone can do that particular posture. And initially they used to do asanas in a deer skin or a tiger skin or something, so that the reptiles and the snakes doesn't come near them. And where do we go for such things now in Kali Yuga? And pranayam, yes, the breathing exercise, they say that how to control your breathing, how to take in and exhale out and concentrate on the breathing. And when you get angry, what happens? The breathing increases and the lifespan shortens. That's what it says. And then pratyahara, how to control the sense, withdrawal of sense. But withdrawal of the sense, it's not possible in Kali Yuga, because everyone have desires, and just withdrawing all the senses from all the sense gratification, we can use it in Krishna service. In that way, senses can get purified. And dharana, that's concentration, which is very difficult in Kali Yuga. Kids also find it so difficult to study, having concentration on one subject, and because it's so distracting nowadays. And dhyana, meditation. Some of them do meditation. They meditate on the chakras, they meditate on light, they meditate on Paramatma. All that is there. There are some who can do it, but not everyone can follow it. Now, when you prescribe, when a government makes a rule, everyone, all the citizens have to follow it. Otherwise, the rule is not rule. If you have traffic rules, then everyone have to follow it, right? It's not like some are able to follow, some are not able to follow. Similarly, if meditation, not everyone will be able to do that. So me and my friends went for this yoga class, and then we were so excited, because that time it was yoga was getting a trend. Now it's just becoming a kind of a physical exercise. Either you go to gym or yoga. And then we went, and then so all the master told us so many things, all the rules, regulations. We were ready to follow it. We got a yoga mat and everything was ready. So she taught us all the asanas, all the different type of postures. It was kind of becoming a gymnastic thing, in the sense just for the physical. It was becoming physical. Yoga means what? Connecting to God. But that portion was missing, and everything was becoming a business. Different types of yoga available, and then office yoga, goat yoga, beer yoga, what all. And then we started. And the last one was Shavasana. And that's a favorite part of all of us. Because in Shavasana, the Mataji, she says that we try to lie down on the yoga mat, and she just relax all your joints and everything, and then just close your eyes and just imagine as if you're flying in the clouds and in the sky, and a lot of nice musics are coming, birds are chirping and all that. And then she went on explaining how beautiful the nature is and all that, and she told us to calm down, forget about all our thoughts, and we were all going to Shavasana. We're not supposed to sleep, but after 2 minutes I was hearing so many snoring sound. All my friends were fallen asleep, fast asleep, deep sleep, and they never have experienced such a sleep. Even I fell asleep, and we always sleeping. And the yoga master is what to do? She didn't know what to do. The whole group is sleeping, and she had to literally wake us up. And we were she's this is Shavasana, not going for sleep. But we had the best sleep that day. And then we realized it's not working for us. Now what to do? It's not working. So, but we were thinking, why it's not working for us? Others are all doing nice Shavasana and everything. Why it's not working with us? Might be something wrong with us. But then after coming to Krishna consciousness, that's not the prescribed method in Kali Yuga. When you go to a doctor, you get a prescribed medicine, and if the medicine have expired, or if a medicine is out of in the sense it's been banned by the Indian Medical Association or something, you're not supposed to use that medicine, right? How much ever you use, if the medicine is expired, especially the allopathic medicines, if it's expired, the date of expiry should be taken care. It doesn't affect, there is no drug efficiency in it, there's no effect in that drug. How much ever you take it, it's not going to cure your disease. No, so that's why. And even some vaccines, it has to be kept in a particular temperature, it has to be freezed, or it has to be in a particular temperature. Otherwise, in a store box, in a cold box, where otherwise it doesn't, the vaccine is not patent. Similarly, you're taking something like the Ashtanga yoga, you're practicing, you're trying to put a lot of your time and energy and money into it, it's not working. I mean, it's not, it's just becoming a physical exercise thing. Then why do you waste time on that? It's not working on you. Might be you'll go just to have fun with your friends, and everyone likes the Shavasana part. But more than that, I'm not telling it's wrong. It's good for your body, to keep your body and soul together, to keep yourself fit. It's good. Pranayam and everything is good. Those who are meditating, good. They are able to do. But not everyone is able to do. For those it's not working, you should understand it's not anything wrong with you. The process itself is not efficient in Kali Yuga. Because when you take Bhakti Yoga, even a child can jump in the Kirtan and chant Hare Krishna, it starts affecting him. All the karmas, all the reactions get smashed. Even a child starts singing or chanting. Right? So along with Ashtanga Yoga, there's something called Siddhi. Okay. This most of you would have seen, like some of the famous personalities with all these siddhis. So what are the different type of siddhis? There are actually 8 types of siddhis. And becoming lighter than the lightest, heavier than the heaviest. You can go wherever you like. You can achieve any opulences like that. There are 8 such perfections. Okay, so there are 8 siddhis. One is Anima Siddhi. Anima means becoming smaller than the smallest. Like human being, someone with so much of meditation and yoga they have done, they have controlled the senses and everything, they get this power to become smaller than the smallest. But then where is this coming from? Krishna, the Lord came as Varahadev from the nostrils of Brahma. He was so small. If someone have to come from your nose, it has to be very small. The Lord came from the nostrils of Brahma, and that means he has become smaller than the smallest. And Prabhupada comments that Krishna has become smaller than the smallest and can enter even into an atom. Andandarasta paramanu chayandarastam. He can go into an atom. An atom is so small, the molecule is so small. If Krishna had to go inside the atom, he has to become smaller than that. And Krishna became the size of a thumb to enter into Uttara's womb to save Parikshit Maharaj from Ashwathama's Brahmastra. How did he do it? He's the Supreme Lord, and he became smaller than the smallest. So these siddhis, Prabhupada says, it's not artificial. It's natural. It's natural. The siddhis are there existing because it's there in Krishna, and Krishna is called Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanodhara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bodhir Druvani Tirmama. So Sanjaya finally says to Dhritarashtra, the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita, that wherever there's Yogeshwara, the master of all mystic yogas, that's Krishna. So he is the master. Every yoga, the potency is in him. So a little bit siddhi, some things comes to a person who wants it. So anima means becoming smaller than the smallest. Mahima means becoming bigger than the biggest. When the Lord came as Vamanadev, Upendra, he came as a dwarf. When he became so huge, no, and then in one step he took the earth, the next step he took the sky. How huge the Lord became. So if Putana can disguise to a demigoddess, and she came as an apsara and took baby Krishna and started feeding him. When Krishna started sucking her life out, then she could not stay in that form. She became a demon. And it said that when she fell on the ground, it was 18 miles long. And the Brajavasis had to cut her up on pieces and then burn her. When they were burning Putana's body, nice fragments were coming. She is a demon, but still, since Krishna touched her, her body became spiritualized, and she got the position of a mother. So even a Rakshas like Vritrasura also was so huge that when Indra threw the thunderbolt, it seems it took 1 year to cut Vritrasura's head. 1 year. So huge it was. So if a demon can become so huge, what about the Supreme Lord, right? Like Vamana Dev became so big and huge. And so many instances where the Lord could show the Mahima Siddhi, that he became the bigger than the biggest. Next is Lagima Siddhi, which is here mentioned, lighter than the lightest. These are the Ashta Siddhis which I'm mentioning. Anima, it means smaller than the smallest. Mahima, bigger than the biggest or greater than the greatest. And Lagima, lighter than the lightest. Lord can become light like a rose or a feather for a devotee, and a thunder so hard and strong like a thunderbolt for a demon. So we should know Jagannath. So many times of Jagannath Radha Yatra, Jagannath gets stuck. Now the instance we know when he went to when Radha Yatra was going through Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house in order to see Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Jagannath got stuck there. For 3 days he didn't move. Big elephants came and pulled. Jagannath didn't move. He became heavy. And he can also become light. When he saw his devotee, he became so light that in one push, Jagannath went. And sometimes he gets stuck in Radha Yatra when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to dance, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go behind the Ratha, keep his forehead over the cart, and then the cart moves. So Krishna can become lighter than the lightest for his devotee. And in Trinavrita, when the whirlwind came in Krishna's pastime, when he was young, the whirlwind was coming. Yashoda Maya was carrying Krishna at that time. And then she saw a big wind coming up. She saw it's not nice, so much of wind. And finally, Krishna started becoming heavy in Yashoda Maya's hand. Just a pastime, so that she goes in and he can do the pastime of killing Trinavarta. So she kept him down and went inside. And when Trinavarta, the whirlwind came and caught Krishna and took Krishna and went, Krishna with his hand held Trinavarta's neck, and Krishna was becoming heavy for Trinavarta. Became so heavy that Trinavarta, the whirlwind, could not fly more. He had to drop Krishna back, and Krishna killed him. So Krishna can become lighter than the lightest. That is called Lagima Siddhi. And Prapti. Prapti means acquire anything you like. Whatever you like, all that, whatever you desire. So here it is said, he can achieve all the opulences as he likes. That is called Prapti, right? All the opulences. And Pragamya Siddhi is you can experience anything, any enjoyable objects. That is called Prapti. And then Pragamya Siddhi. That is Prakamya Siddhi. And Ishta Siddhi. Ishta Siddhi means you can manipulate the Maya of the Lord. And also Vashishta Siddhi. Okay, Vasishta Siddhi is that you can control the 3 modes of material nature. Just imagine. And Kama Vasayida Siddhi, that is, you can get anything from anywhere. This you would have seen it. Now, some people take ash from the air, take gold chain, whatever it is. I mean, all these are siddhis. This is called Kama Vasayida Siddhi. But what is this going to help you? Where is it going to help you? Once Prabhupada met a great Siddha. So he told, I can walk over the water and cross the river. I mean, nobody can. We saw in Sedu Bandhan Leela where Lord Ram, all the Hanumana, all the monkeys were building the bridge to across to get Mother Sita back. They wrote the name Lord Rama, and then so it is said that when the stones are put, it didn't sink, right? So all the stones made the brick, and Lord Ram could cross easily. So that's like lighter than the lightest, and nobody could walk over the water. Otherwise, then why did they build the bridge? But Lord Ram is just doing the pastime. He is the Supreme Lord. He can do anything. But then it's showing us that nobody can walk on top of the water. So one Siddha, he told Prabhupada, I can cross the river so easily. No, I don't want anything else. I can just walk on top. And he showed. Prabhupada's like, how long you took for this to get this Siddhi? And he told, so many years, some 20, 30 years. I took so much of time and so much of energy, so much meditation I did, and finally I got the Siddhi. And Prabhupada's like, I can also cross the river. I just have to give 2 rupees or 10 rupees. Those days it was so less. I can give 2 rupees to the boatman. He will take me across the river. Why should I waste 20, 30 years just to get a Siddhi to cross the river? It's not worth. A human form of life is given for that. I mean, what did you get after that? You never get liberation. You never get happiness, nothing. You can just expose your Siddhi to everyone and say, see, make a show that you can cross. But I can also cross. I can give the boatman. And someone say that I can fly in the sky. I can become so small and fly. And Prabhupada's like, even mosquitoes fly, house flies, even the mosquitoes, they fly. I mean, they don't need any siddhi, they can fly. So Prabhupada didn't like all these siddhi thing, because sometimes you get confused. What is a magic? What is a siddhi? Now there are people who do magic. So that's just an what they're doing is just it's just an illusion into your optical illusion. Like in fraction of second, they do something with the cards and everything, and you feel like, what happened? They make something disappear, appear. All these are the magic. We know it's not a siddhi. Actually, magic is just practice. They practice and they have quick hands, and their movements are so fast, and they hide so many things in their cap and everything. So once Prabhupada was going in American street, and in the streets of America, there'll be like magic going on. Sometimes it's just on the weekends, just to entertain the public, they do, and they get money. So there was a magician who had a big hat, black hat, and in that he was taking a rabbit and making it disappear. He was taking a flower, making it disappear, doing all that thing. And Prabhupada's like, can you make, and he enjoyed it. Prabhupada's like, can you make everything disappear? He's like, yes. He was a little proud. And Prabhupada said, can you make birth, death, old age, and disease disappear? Because that's the permanent problem of us. And the magician is like, what? Nobody can do that. And Prabhupada's like, yes, Krishna can do it, and I can also do it. Because Krishna says, Janma karma jameti yam evam yo vedi tattvada tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti ma medi sorjana. If you know his activities and appearance, then there's no punarjanma. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. No, there's no punarjanma. That means birth, death, old age, diseases, gone. So Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, he gave promises. Similarly, the acharyas who takes the message of Krishna and give us, they also promises. So Prabhupada and all the disciples like, wow, Prabhupada, you are the real magician. He's like, no, this is magic. You all are magic. Because coming from different parts of the world, Africa and America and Russia and so many places, you have taken the Sanatana Dharma, you have become vegetarians and following the 4 regulative principles and chanting the holy name and studying the Shastra. This is magic of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gave this magic of Harinam to all of us. So that was real magic. So sometimes when people exhibit this magic shows, or they have got some siddhi and they exhibit it, then we feel that, oh, they are God. Now, some low intelligent people think that they are God because they've taken ash from the air. They've taken that this is just to put dust in your eyes. How can someone become God? And how can these siddhis get confused? If a person have practiced devotional service for 20-30 years and reached to Shuddhanam level, that is magic. That is really because Ashtanga Yoga, all of them are not happy. Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kami, Sagale, Ashanta. They are Ashanta because they want something from the Lord. Why are they meditating? Why are they doing all this? So that they want this Anima, Legima, Mahima, all these Siddhi, so that they become famous, they get the power, they get a lot of money, nothing else. So Ashtanga Yoga, if the yoga practice is done so that you connect to the Lord, you connect to the Supreme, that's perfection. That's a perfect yoga. But it's not possible recommended in Kali Yuga. Kalortat Hari Kirtanam. Right? In Kali Yuga, in meditation was in Satya Yuga. If it was Satya Yuga, we had a long lifespan, we had a calm and nice atmosphere, we can sit and meditate. But in Kali Yuga, it's not possible. So busy. The life is so busy, and Prayana Alpayusa. We are becoming, our lifespan is decreasing and we don't have time for this. And the best prescribed method given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Harinam Sankirtan, right? So that's very important to know that, and here also Durvasa Muni is also mentioned here. It said that the rishis and the 4 Kumaras also reached, they became lighter than the lightest and they went to the spiritual world. Okay. And also here Durvasa Muni is mentioned here, that Durvasa Muni also, he's a Siddha. I mean, he went in the case of Ambarish Maharaj incident, you know, when Durvasa Muni cursed Ambarish, and the Sudarshan Chakra went behind Durvasa Muni. He ran everywhere. He went to Brahma's world. He went to Lord Shiva. He went to Vaikunta also. How did Durvasa Muni reach Vaikunta? I mean, Vaikunta is for pure devotees, but how did he reach? That's a siddhi. That's the power he had. So that in 1 year, it is said in 1 year he went. And in this 1 year, what did Ambarish Maharaj do? Prabhupada mentions, somewhere it's mentioned it's 1 year, right? He traveled for 1 year. In 1 year, he could reach all the entire spiritual sky Durvasa Muni went. Yeah, it is understood that in 1 year, Durvasa Muni traveled everywhere and went to the spiritual sky to meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, in 1 year. So in this 1 year, Ambarish Maharaj lived only on water. Because remember, he broke the fast, he was taking Nirjal, he broke the fast with little water. And then Durvasa Muni came and became angry and all that. So now Durvasa Muni is behind, to Sudarshana is behind Durvasa Muni. He went everywhere for help, nobody helped. And that it took 1 year for Durvasa Muni to go to from Brahmaloka to Kailas to Vaikuntha planets and then come back. 1 year, because the time difference is there, not like in the material world. In that 1 year, Ambarish Maharaj, being a pure devotee, had only water. He didn't actually break his Ekadashi then. He broke because Nirjal was broken, but still in 1 year, because that was the power of a pure devotee. That was not like in our days, but because Parikshit also didn't sleep, didn't eat and drink for 7 days, right? So they used to live like that because they also controlled devotees. Ambarish Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord. So Durvasa Muni went like that. Bhrigu Muni, when Bhrigu Muni went to meet Brahma, Lord Shiva and Vishnu, now he's the one who stepped on the Lord on his chest, Bhrigu Muni. So even he could go because of the Siddhi. But finally, it didn't help them. It didn't help them. Even Narada could go everywhere. Narada can go to Padala, he can go to Vaikuntha, Goloka, everywhere. But Narada is a pure devotee of the Lord, Mahajan, right? He's a pure devotee. That's the difference. So Narad Muni can interact with the Lord. Narad Muni can travel everywhere. Actually, Narad Muni got a curse. I hope you know that story where he converted all the sons of Daksha, 10,000 sons, to brahmacharis. And again, Daksha he had 10,000 sons again. Again, they were converted to brahmacharis by Narad Muni. So Daksha was so angry. He cursed Narad Muni that I curse you that you will not stay anywhere in permanently. Like all the planetary system, you'll keep roaming. But Narad Muni took that curse as a positive thing, benediction, that yes, good. So without a visa or a ticket, I can travel all over the universe and preach Krishna consciousness. So that's what he was always chanting Narayana, Narayana with his veena. And then he used to go everywhere, right? Narad Muni could go everywhere and he delivered so many souls. Mrigari and Ratnakar and who not, Dhruv Maharaj, everywhere, Prahlad, he was there everywhere for pure devotees. So Prabhupada says, I'm also like Narad Muni. Prabhupada had home everywhere, all over the world. There was his guest house and Prabhupada's home. Every temple you go, there's a small room for Prabhupada because they know Prabhupada's coming. And there's a library and everything for Prabhupada arranged in every temple. So he had a home everywhere, all over the world. Prabhupada could not stay in one place. And Prabhupada says, like Narad Muni converted Daksha's sons to brahmacharis, I am converting so many American boys and girls, boys especially, to brahmacharis, and their fathers and mothers have cursed me, so I am not able to stay like Narad Muni. But Prabhupada just was joking, and Prabhupada's like, I'm happy for that curse. Because of that, I'm able to travel all over the world and preach Krishna consciousness. No? So the Siddhi part, the Ashtanga Yoga, is basically won't work because the yoga system can have limitations or difficulty. All the yoga system can accept Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is susukam kartum avyayam, easy to perform. Anybody can perform. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the forest, even animals were like Hari Hari and they were chanting. I mean, they could not recite it, but they were hearing it and they were jumping. So that's also yoga system. I mean, they can get the mercy. So sitting and meditating, it's not the right thing in Kali Yuga. When Kali Yuga, we have to take care of the different process that is available, and the only process, Harir Namaiva Kevalam. There's no other process to come out of this the sufferings of birth, death, old age, disease. And it said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Sadhya Kabanai Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karaye Udai. Nitya Siddha. So there are someone called Nitya Siddhas. Siddhas means, yes, the power, they have these all kind of siddhi. But there's something called Nitya Siddha, Sadhana Siddha, Kripa Siddhas. Right? Nitya Siddhas are eternally liberated souls. Like Prahlad Maharaj was a Nitya Siddha. Some people ask why Prahlad suffered so much. Was his karma coming back? Why Kunti Maharani, Arjuna, and all the Pandavas suffered so much? Is their karma coming back? No, they're all Nitya Siddhas. They are eternal associates of the Lord. So they are already liberated souls. Okay, and that's Nitya Siddhas. And then Sadhana Siddhas are those who do devotional service, practice sadhana bhakti, and chant, do the rounds and everything. That's Sadhana Siddhas. And Kripa Siddhas are by special mercy of Krishna, you get liberation. So here it is used that Yogamaya Bhalena Vaikuntam, that is Yogamaya, the influence of Yogamaya, the internal potency of the Supreme Lord is what acts on the devotees. Okay, so transcendental happiness is there in the spiritual world, right? It's mainly because we go to Vrindavan, nobody accepts Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Everyone wants to see Krishna as the object of love. In Mathuri Rats, Valsalya Ras, Sakya Ras, whatever rasas they have with Krishna, they because Yogamaya is covering. When otherwise, when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, when Krishna danced on Kaliya, killed all these asuras, showed his the universe in the mouth after eating mud to Yashoda Maya, they could have become devotees, or they could have come in Dasya Bhav. But Krishna's Yogamaya covers. He don't want Vrindavan Vasis to know that he is the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, he can't enjoy his pastime. So similarly, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually is a Channa avatar. He's a hidden incarnation. Not everyone knows about him. Gaura Purnima is coming, and Prabhu said that those who are near Mangalore, please visit the new temple coming up in that 1.5 acres land. There it's going to be a huge program on 18th Friday. So those who can, please go, because there's going to be kirtan and pravachan and dance, and there's going to be Abhishek and Mahaprasad. So Gaura Purnima is a grand festival. Now all of you should fast. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. So tomorrow we'll have sloka chanting and all. So take Ekadashi tomorrow. And on 18th, you're supposed to take fast till moonrise. Some people, they don't take all these. They take only Ekadashi. But no, you should know that double potency, double mercy you get on such appearance day of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came to deliver us. So all of you should fast up to 6:30. And then we can have online darshan of Gaurnitai's Abhishek and all. So here it said that Krishna's Yogamaya covers not only pure devotees. Mahamaya covers the non-devotees. So that's why they are not able to understand the Lord. So the whole process of yoga should be to connect to the Supreme, and best process is Bhakti Yoga, which is accepted by Krishna also, because Arjuna says controlling the mind, controlling the senses, withdrawing the senses, very difficult, Krishna. Chanjalam Himana Krishna, very difficult. So please give me a nice method. And then Krishna speaks about Bhakti Yoga in the 12th chapter. And then he keeps Bhakti Yoga hidden in the Bhagavad Gita in the middle, because it's very precious and very rare to get pure devotional service. So the whole aim or object of us should be to go back to Krishna, to get the pure love of Godhead through the process of devotional service, which is easy to perform in Kali Yuga, and you can come to perfection. If someone do Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, and Pranayam, Pratyahara, and all that, you should reach Samadhi, the perfect stage, or total absorption in one life, which is not possible. For no one can reach Samadhi in one life. If someone is going for Samadhi in one life, it means that person is continuing from his previous life. And if an unsuccessful yogi also take birth in a Shuchinam Srimadam Gehe in a better family, so that he can continue from where he stopped. And definitely Bhakti Yoga, in one life, we can go back. So that's the difference in Bhakti Yoga. That's why Bhakti Yoga is the topmost of all the yoga system. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ambika Mataji. You have a question?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, on 18th we can fast same like Ekadasi itself only, no Mataji? We can have
Yes.
same, no,
Yes.
like without onion or garlic or sugar, anything.
No grains
same.
and cereals.
That's the main thing we don't. Okay,
Yes.
thank you Mataji.
Most of the devotees, they take Nirjal. It's good if you could take, but it's okay. Climate is changing and all that. If you can't take Nirjal, then have fruits and juice, roots and everything. Then break
Mataji,
with cereals at 6:30. Moonrise.
Mataji, with water, like only having water we can do it, no Mataji?
Yes.
Because Nirjal Ekadasi still now I have not yet done. So with water I'm done. I'm doing it,
Yes,
Mataji.
you can
That
do.
we can.
Yes, there are different methods. Okay, only without water, then only fruits, only juice, like that. So there are different levels. However is comfortable for you, take it. You get a lot of mercy. Yes, Archana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, could you explain little on this Yoga Maya? I don't understand. Mahamaya I could understand, which covers, you said, the non-devotees.
Yes.
But what is this Yoga Maya, Mataji?
Yoga Maya, there are two types. Maya is again Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. So Mahamaya is the external energy of the Lord, yes, which the non-devotees, atheists can't understand the Lord. The same Maya acts as Yoga Maya for devotees, in the sense when Krishna ate mud, he showed the universe in Krishna's mouth. And Yashodamaya saw it. Yashodama was like, huh? What am I seeing? I thought my son ate only the mud. Now he ate the whole universe. She was little getting bewildered, and she didn't know what to do. She was confused. Immediately, Krishna's Yogamaya covered her. She forgot. That Krishna showed the universe in his mouth. Or when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, the Yogamaya covered the Gopas and Gopis, and they were thinking Krishna is just a boy, and they also took a stick to support him, thinking that, oh, Nanda Baba and Yashodamaya, Vishnu's devotees, so Vishnu is helping. So whatever greatness which Krishna exposed in Vrindavan, nobody understood he's the Supreme Lord because Yogamaya covered. Yogamaya is nothing but another form of Maya, but is a sweet form of the Maya or acting on devotees, Mataji. Okay?
Yes, Mataji.
That's
Hare
it.
Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so yeah, anyone else have a question? Okay, I can unmute. Yeah, so all of you are getting ready to go to Vrindavan Yatra. Take a lot of blessings, take a lot of energy from the association of devotees, and then so that you'll never forget that yatra, and it's going to be a great time. Don't offend the Dham. Please take care of yourself. And then yes, Meena Mataji. Hare Krishna.
If you don't mind, you also joining the Vrindavan Yatra, Mataji? Or you're busy?
Yeah, something is coming up. So let's see. Okay. You going, Mataji?
Oh, no, Mataji, not yet.
Okay.
No,
Maybe next time. Don't worry. The yatras keep coming. There will be some kids have exams. Some have their personal things. But it's okay. I mean, we can get online darshan. They will post all the lectures and videos. Prabhu will be doing it. And then those who can go to Mangalore on 18th. Okay. Gaura Purnima. Yes. Okay. I'll unmute everyone. Any questions? Take one. Hare Krishna. Someone raised their hand in the class. I forgot who that was. Okay. Yeah. So all of you, please chant your rounds and Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day, try to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Read yourself. Here in the temple, if you just see one sloka a day, might be 2 slokas, we can't finish Bhagavatam in such a short time. So all of you have to read.
You give
What, Meena Mataji? Can you unmute? Huh.
Do you give Bhagavatam classes every day, Mataji, or only in the weekend?
No. This is for some time being. I'm just substituting. I'm just as a backup plan for Namanishta Prabhu. This is in English Bhagavatam class taken by our temple president because he's little busy. Okay. And there are daily Bhagavatam class happening in Hindi and in Kannada, in Tamil, this other languages also. Yes, Neeraja Mataji. Yes, Pradosh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, in many languages like Kannada, we have 2 times a day in Odia, Malyalam. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So if you contact your admins, you will get the link. And in Kannada, morning and yes, evening it's happening. In Odia, Tamil, okay, in Hindi and English. And don't worry, Namanishta Prabhu will be back. He's a little busy with all these arrangements and Gaura Purnima. And after the Vrindavan Yatra, right, there'll be regular classes by Namanishta Prabhu. Yes, Neeraja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Where will I get the continuation of the shloka that Narayana Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narotam? Then you will continue, no Mataji? That shloka I want.
It's given in Bhagavatam only. It's Bhagavatam is there in the initial. You just search the first canto. It's there. I'll give you the right reference. Narayana Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narotam is a Bhagavatam sloka. All these are Bhagavatam slokas. Nishta Prayesha Bhadreshu. I think first canto, 8th chapter, somewhere it's there in the 18th sloka, something. It comes there. Okay, I'll give the reference tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I think we can end here. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhe eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anant Kodi Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam